Brogan, Endres, and the red. That will probably be the last attempt of me saying Omoyele.
Omoyele? Yeah. Stick to Omo for the rest of the fight?
I think I will. Per his request. Good little up kick attempt there by Brogan.
Overcommitted on the blitz and got caught with a left. Excellent job there by Omo, and now he ends up on top. Now, one thing that we learned about Brogan in his last fight is that he's never out of it. He showed a lot of heart, much like his teammate Hunter did in the previous fight we just watched, and he was able to come out with a win in that third round. So he's never out of a fight, even if he might be in a precarious position.
And even in his loss, Brogan talked about in his interview yesterday with his fight versus Tyler Collins. He's like, yeah, I lost, but I didn't have to get any stitches. I didn't have to get checked out by a doctor. I felt fine the next day, and to me, that's a win. And I think that just goes to even more what you were saying, Brandon.
Yeah, it shows that he's got a good head on his shoulders, a mindset built for fighting. You know, you can't be too down with the lows. You can't be too high with the highs. And in the situation here, he's not in a great one, but he's staying composed and calm and trying to work a technical get up here along the fence.
Omo, another kingpin guy like Darian, his management teammate that beat Branson earlier. Looks to ride the high there.
And we've seen Omo in previous fights in a dominant position on top on the ground like this. I have to say, we haven't really seen Brogan in this position very often in his pro career. Usually he's the one on top in these spots. Instead, now he's on bottom and receiving some hard ground and pound from Omo.
Oh, wow. Went for a crafty little elevation sweep with his legs there. Wise to it, and successfully gets that sweep. And this is where we're more used to seeing from Brogan.
Yeah, he's in his element when he's on the ground, on top.
Like the body shots, but Omo does a good job timing it, getting back to his feet.
Brogan hold on to that single leg.
Oh, good little reversal there. Omo ends back up on top.
I wonder how much height plays, because there is a significant height difference. That being said, though, Omo's so stocky in his build, and I almost think that helps his center of gravity with his strength just a little better. So in a situation like that, he's actually able to come out on top.
Yeah, low man wins in certain situations. That was one of them where, you know, he got low. He kind of just pancaked him, really. And it resulted in him establishing guard. Now he's worked to half guard. He's got the hand on the face trying to disrupt the breathing of Brogan.
Yeah, you mentioned the Kingpin affiliation, Alex, earlier with Omo and Darian Paget, who we saw earlier on the card. Both men, when they are in a dominant position on the ground, kind of scraping the face of their opponent, making things uncomfortable.
I have good insider source that some of the Route 250 guys will not even shower a couple days up until the fight because they want to smell bad and they want to make it uncomfortable for their opponent.
Does Brogan fall under that?
I will not disclose anything else.
Who was your source on that, Alex?
A Route 250 fighter.
All right. Well, we can't smell them from our commentary table, so I think we're okay.
Brogan looking for some elbows.
Yeah, he's got the guard open. Let's see if he tries to work another sweep here. And with that guard being open, look for Omo to try to advance position or maybe posture up as he does here. I like both these guys have elected to insert some body shots into their game. really softens up their opponent and sets up those head strikes. All right, underway with round 2 here. Outside leg kick to the thigh.
Interested to see if Omo goes back to that wrestle-heavy approach he showed in round 1, or he tries to see if he can find success on the feet.
Well, he's keeping good distance here.
Good teep kick.
But he is the shorter fighter, so he's got to close a little bit of distance to strike, but he doesn't want to get caught in those clinch scenarios where Brogan seems to excel.
In the clinch, both men landing knees, but it's Omo driving them to the cage.
Curious to see if he tries to work around to the back here. Brogan does a good job tying up the head and arm. See if he tries to step through. Omo is hip to it. Gets his hips out of play and takes control of the clinch again.
Is he going to get the single leg?
He needs to get...
Hunter doing a great job.
Great job.
Or Brogan doing a great job, rather, of defending that, keeping all of his weight and his hips back. And then forcing Omo to have to finally reach instead of being up tight to get the takedown.
Oh, and then he gets a very good short-range toss there. Yeah, it was his ankle being in between the legs of Omo that kept him on his feet. And then that allowed him to be the one to finish the takedown in an established top position.
Brogan's always very crafty when the fight gets on the ground, and he is the one in the dominant position.
Yeah, we haven't seen a ton of time with Omo off of his back. He used a lot of explosion to reverse the position last time. Let's see what that looks like in round 2. Still got plenty of juice. Same exact sweep as before. He ends up in mount. You see him trying to grapevine the legs of Brogan. Brogan's trying to return the favor, but he gives up his back in the process. Omo needs to get his hips back. Excellent job not losing that spot.
Oh, wow.
And then he just kept chasing the position. Still in a 50-50 here.
Oh.
And almost on top for the moment. Look for him to try to chase an arm triangle here. Brogan's kind of giving it to him.
See if Omo can do anything with his position. Looks like he might be trying to advance into side control, but Brogan knows what he's doing on the ground.
I'm surprised we haven't seen any ground elbows. Sorry, Brady.
That's okay. So with a minute and a half to go here, Brogan did a good job getting out of half guard, recovering his arm that was in danger for that choke. And now he's got the guard open again, looking for one of those crafty sweeps.
Still a minute left to go in round 2.
Seemed like Brogan was trying to angle some of those elbows from the bottom. Throwing some heel strikes to the thigh. Anything he can do to try to distract Omo so he can set up one of those sweeps. Oh, the hard shots there from Omo and an elbow.
Yeah, I was waiting for the ground and pound from Omo. And honestly, I can't blame him for being semi-low output because Brogan has showed that he'll use any time to reverse and get to a better position.
Got into side control now. Brogan giving up his back. See if Omo can do something with this with only 15 seconds left in the round, now 10.
That was the danger of having that open guard for Brogan. It allowed him to posture up and eventually advance. If you're going to do that as a jiu-jitsu guy, you need to be a little bit more urgent.
The third round.
See if he's got another rally here in the tank.
Brogan looking to extend his career long.
Oh, two great left hands.
Oh, man.
Had a great job just hipping in.
Omo might sense a finish here.
And he's excellent job there.
There's some of that ground and pound.
Very smart to hip. He scooched his hips so that Brogan wasn't as close to the fence and couldn't explode off the wall like he wanted to.
Very high fight IQ, Brandon.
Yeah, that was crafty right there.
Brogan doing a good job of just controlling the hands, not letting Omo rain down some ground and pound on him.
Yeah, and Omo's not really committing to any strikes right now. You see, he was putting very minimal effort into some shots, just kind of showing them. There he goes.
There's that elbow. Another one.
Looks like that.
How about a third one?
Oh,
fourth,
man.
Fifth. Emphatic ground and pound from Omoyele Gonzalez. Brogan seems to be holding on for dear life here, maybe trying to collect the cobwebs. Good short shots here to the body and the head from Omo.
Measuring another elbow here for Omo, maybe.
He's certainly framing off. It's a good sign that that's going to be his intentions.
I don't think Brogan was expecting the high pace that Omo is going to come out with in the third round of this professional bout.
Yeah, I think he expected him to wean on the pace a little bit, but I think it's ultimately been the physicality that's shown not just in round 3, but all 3 rounds. Attacking Americana, loses it. Couple more good shots.
Oh, big elbow.
And if I'm Omo, I'd be throwing a little bit more controlled shots to get this finish, rather than just winding up with every single elbow. I mean, they sound nice. Obviously, they do some damage, but Brogan seems to have collected himself enough to be controlling posture here.
And if you're Brogan, the time to go is now. You don't know how those first 2 rounds went, certainly not in your favor. And here in this third round, need some type of rally here.
Absolutely. Maybe tap into what his teammate was on in the third round.
That's not on you, though.
Oh, is he?
Omo just rubbing his whole forehead into Brogan.
He's trying to get space because it looks like, kind of hard to tell from our angle, but it looks like he might have been trying to set up an Ezekiel choke.
Brogan had an S grip too behind the head of Omo.
Yeah, you could tell Omo was grimacing and really got grit in his teeth there, so he was uncomfortable. But now, back in the driver's seat.
Brogan giving up the back. Perhaps just to avoid more of those thundering elbows from Omo, kill switch Gonzalez.
Absolutely. Now Omo's not even looking, throwing these shots.
Yeah, they're finding their target.
Yeah, and he's got that far wrist trap. That's what's allowing him to land this ground and pound so effectively from this angle. Let's see if he tries to poke his head up and then just throw a volley of shots.
Elbows have been relentless from Omo this round.
That's going to be one hell of a headache. God damn, bro. Yeah, dude.
When it it comes to pure damage, this has to be Omo's best round.
Fuck no.
Cracked him on the feet, got him on the ground, and since then has landed a lot of good ground and pound, a lot of slicing elbows.
Certainly. Yeah, he's been very active, and it's been a complete performance from Omo.
Yeah, fuck that.
Looks good everywhere for 15 minutes.
It appears Omoyele kill switch Gonzalez.
Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for both of these professional fighters. After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards, where all 3 judges have scored this contest 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, Omoyele kill switch